So, welcome everybody to our boot camp on YuJa. And I would just want to take a quick moment to introduce Kanagi Sharma. And I don't know if I said your name right, but I gave it a go. And she is a client success analyst at YuJa. So we have the professional in the room, which is amazing. She's based in Toronto. So I'm really happy that she has offered to give everybody some information on YuJa and how to use it. And so we're excited to have you go. So I'm going to mute now. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Deb, and to all the people who are able to just join the meeting today and just be able to attend the session. I'm really glad. And again, thank you so much, guys, for your time. It really feels like so nice to actually see a lot of people. So again, thank you so much for that. So again, as I was already told, that my name is Kanigi Sharma, and I'm working with YuJa for some time now, and recently, I just stumbled upon this opportunity where Deb told me that if it's possible, let's do a session. I'm really glad that we are doing this today. If you will have any questions, you can always reach out to us in terms of, let's say, you can reach out to me or the support. I will provide my information once I go ahead and share the agenda for today's session. But again, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat so that you don't forget about them. And I will take a few stops here and there so that I can ask for questions. If you will have anything, you can just interfere at that point and go ahead and just ask me the question that you might have. Again, thank you so much, guys, for joining in today. I hope you can see my screen. For that, I have my agenda up, which is basically in regards to our Lumina video platform. Now, the first thing is first, we are going to see how we can access YuJa in your Moodle instance. Plus, we'll see how we can create a recording using your YuJa software capture and even the browser capture so that we know how we can use the captures in a way. Then we'll go through our media management where I'll show you how you can use the video editor and also how you can use the media player to look for your videos in there. We'll then look into the content distribution where we'll see how you can share your media using links and your uh, Moodle instance where if in case you want to embed something in your Moodle, I'll show you how you can do that. Plus, I'll show you how you can find direct links for the media as well. Then we'll go through our quizzes where I'll show you how you can create those quizzes for your videos, plus how you can embed them in your Moodle instance. And then I'll show you YuJa Gradebook that you can check in order to have some idea in regards to how people are scoring to your tests or to the video quizzes that you might have. Now I'll just go ahead and show you what my instance looks like. So yeah, you must be able to notice that right now I am in my Moodle instance where I have all my courses listed as I have access to. Now you'll notice one more thing that there's a possibility that my view might look a bit different than yours because it also depends on how things are set up in your institution. So it can vary. So don't worry about that, but pretty much everything is almost going to be the same that you see on your end. The first thing I'm going to do is like I'm just going to select the course, and once you do that, it will look something like this. Once you're here in your course, you'll know if in case you don't see the user video platform LTI button, you can definitely add it by just clicking on the edit mode. You can turn that on option in the top right corner. If you turn that option on, you can select that as an activity or resource. Once you click on it, you should have an option to add that as an LTI button in your instance. So in case if it's not visible, you can add your user video platform from here. All right. Once you're done, you should be good to go. And Now, what I'm going to do is like I am going to first open my YuJa video platform. I'm going to go directly to that and then I'll show you a few things as I mentioned. Once you click on the YuJa video platform, it takes you here, but you can also click on open in a new window just in case if it doesn't open directly. Once you click on your YuJa video platform, it opens up to this particular page. And this page is basically called your media management page, where you'll see all the media that you have created till now, or anything that was shared with you, you will be able to check all of that information. Again, a few things might look different on my end. Again, for the same reason, because I have admin access, I have all the bells and whistles enabled on my end, so that's why I see everything. But what you'll notice is that pretty much everything look would be similar to your view as well. The first thing that you'll notice is this on the very top bar where we see the manage media and the create recording option. The first thing, if I click on Manage Media, it basically acts like a browser home button for your videos. So let's say if you're looking for a video, if you've been looking for a video and you have gone really, really ahead of the Manage Media page, you'll always see this button. You can always click on it and you will go back to your home page that you started with. So if you ever want to come back to the main page, just click on this and it will take you to that particular page where you'll be able to see all the media that you have created till now. Then, if you also notice, we have this create recording option where we get two different options to choose from. One is our browser capture. Sorry. The second one is our software capture. I'll go through this once I'm done with my left menu. So first, I'm going to explain about these things. Then I'm going to back to this one, and then we'll go through our software capture and browser capture. So the first thing on your left side of the menu, you'll notice a personal area where you'll see your media, whatever you have created till now, or if you'll be creating something, you'll always see it here. If you're working on something, you'll always see under your media option. Unless you have shared it with someone else, that's another story. But then if anything that is created by you, if you want to look for that, it will always be under the personal option here, under your My Media option. Then we have a few folders that you can look at where if you have created these folders, it will be under your personal. The next option we have is for the playlists. So let's say if in case you work on a certain topic and you have created a lot of videos in regards to that, you can add them as a playlist as well under this particular option right here. You can create anything, like for example, if in case you're working on maybe chemistry, so if you have videos related to chemistry, you can just create a playlist according to that. So this will help you with that particular thing. Let's say if in case you teach more than one course. So if you teach two or three courses and you want to look for all the videos that are there in that particular course, you can refer to the all channels option. It basically gives you all the courses that you have access to. So right now, since I am an admin, I have access to almost every course in my Moodle instance. I'll see all the courses that are available to me here under the all channels option. Then we have a shared media tab where you'll see any media that was shared with you, or if anything that you have shared with someone. So for example, if something was shared with you, maybe a folder, maybe a video, you'll see it under this particular tab where you'll see this option shared with me. And in the same way, you'll see the shared with others option where you'll see anything that you shared with somebody in your organization. You'll have access to that media here under this tab. Then anything that you have added in your favorites folder. So if you hover on the videos that you have, you'll see that there's a star button right here. If you click on that, it goes straight to your favorites folder right here, and you will see them under this particular option. Anything that you archive will be here in the My Archive option. Now in shared collections, you'll see the VideoTube option, which is basically, you can treat this as a YouTube channel, sort of internal YouTube, which basically is available to everybody that is using or visits the video platform by YuJa. So anybody, like in terms of your students or as a staff, as an instructor, you will see that anything that is publicly shared on your user video platform, you'll be able to access it right here on this particular, in this particular tab. Then the shared folders, again, anything that has been shared, where you'll see that any folders that were shared with you. So in this particular option, you'll see the shared folders. So maybe if the institute shares something with you in terms of a folder with everyone, you'll see that that particular option right here under the shared folders, where you'll see whatever that was shared with you will be made available under this option. User collection might not be available to you because as an admin, I have access to it, but you might not see it on your end. So that was our personal options and the playlist options and a few different options that you'll see on the left side of your menu. And if I go back, I'll see this create recording option, which is basically for our software capture. Now I will go through this first, and but before I go ahead and try to explain that, do we have any questions for this part? All right. So now the first thing that you'll notice once you click on your create recording option is that you get an option for browser capture. Now, once you click on browser capture, then click on the launch application, you'll see that it is going to provide you a very simple version of the software capture. You can treat it as a beta version where you'll have a few things available on your end. There's not going to be a lot of choices. If it's, let's say, if you're making a quick video, if you're creating a quick video, you can try to use the browser capture studio to make that. You get a few different options to choose from, where you can select mic, camera, and if in case you want to share your screen, present something on the video, you can definitely choose that option, or you can do picture in picture as well, the PIP option. Once you're done, once you have set up everything, you can just go ahead and click on start recording. It will start recording for you, and then you can end it once you're done with the video. Once it's done, once you have finished the recording, you'll see that it will start appearing on this page where you'll see that it's processing. So once you have created a video, it will start showing up in your managed media or the media library page, where you'll see that it's still processing. Once it's processed, it will automatically add captions. Now, same way it's going to be for software capture, but with software capture, you get a lot of things that you can try it with. I'll show you how it actually looks like. If you have never used the software capture, you do get an option to download it for your PC, or if you have an Apple device, you can simply click on the download option and it gets downloaded. Once you click on the install package, it will appear once it's done. And I'm just trying to wait for it to be here on my screen. But once you have installed it, it will be pretty easy for you to just go ahead and launch the option. So once you select the software capture, you just need to click on the launch software. Once it's done, it will appear something like this on your taskbar. And I'm just waiting for it to open. And it will look something like this. Let me just turn off my camera so that you can start seeing it there. So it should be good. Just give me one moment here, please. Okay, perfect. So one thing you'll notice is that once your software capture is launched, it will look something like this, where it will provide you a lot of options. Now, I know that it can be a bit overwhelming if in case you're using it for the very first time, but as you start using it, it becomes very easy for you to just go through it and start recording your videos. The first thing that you'll notice is that I have a few options in terms of a video. Right now, I just have one camera source that I am using, which is a Lenovo camera. Oh, and if in case, let's say if you have two different cameras, sometimes you might notice a few people they might use a different camera, maybe a documentary camera or something like that. If let's say you have two different video sources or camera sources that you'd like to use, you can just select whatever source is available once you have plugged in. Whatever source is available, you can turn that option on right here and it will start showing you two different camera recordings. So if in case something is in front, something is at the right, you'll be able to notice that it is recording from both the angles. So since I just have one, I'm going to keep it to one, but you do get an option to add different video sources. So you can maybe add 3 to 4 video sources if you'd like, just for your video. Now, once you're done, you can just maybe close this and you can move on to the audio section. Now, in audio, sometimes there's a possibility that you might be using an external mic to record your videos in case if there's something that you might not be using from your laptop. You do get an option to add a different source other than your internal audio. For now, I have a few options available on my end. So I'm just going to keep it to this microphone, which is K66, because that is the one that I'm using right now to record my video. So I can just simply go ahead and select the one that I would like to have. But again, you can add up to 2 different audio sources here, just in case if you're recording your video and you'd like to have a crisp voice. Then we have an option to select the screen sources. Now, let's say if in case you have 2 or 3 different screen source in terms of 3 different monitors, if you turn this option off, you'll see that it will start recording the other video or the other monitor that you have. Right now, on my end, I have 2 different monitors. One is this one where I can see my software capture, where you can also see my media library. The other one is my other tab where you must be able to see Zoom and your faces as well. So you'll notice that you can record 3, 4, any, let's say if in case you have a lot of monitors, you do get an option to select any one that you would like to have for the video from here. I'll just turn it off for now because I just want to record myself. So that's good. Then let's say if in case you're looking for an annotation tool. So let's say if you have your PowerPoints, anything, maybe a PDF that you're trying to explain on another page, you do get an option to highlight any of the things that you might have that you'd like to showcase to your students. So you do get an option to turn on an annotation bar that you can use for your videos to highlight anything. It looks something like this, where you'll notice that we have a few markers or basically some annotation tools that you can choose from. Then let's say if in case you want to do live streaming. Now we do give you an option to just go ahead and stream with your students if in case you'd like to. If you would like to just have a live session, we do give you an option to do that. If you turn this option on, anybody who's enrolled in your course, they will receive a notification here in the ring icon that you see here. They will have a notification here and also on their YuJa video platform. Plus, they receive an email as well with the link of the live session that you're doing. So it just acts like a normal Zoom session right now. The way I am doing it for you, it's just going to be the same way that you do it from the live session from here. They'll receive a link, they'll receive a notification in there. They can just simply click on the link and they'll be able to join in from there. Then once you have made all the changes, so let's say if in case you have selected what video source you are going to use, or if you have selected the audio, the screen, if everything looks good, you have selected whatever devices you are going to use. Once you're done, you can also name that as a profile. So you can save the changes, or you can basically have the same set of settings applied to your next video if you save it as a profile in your software capture. So if, let's say, I want to make sure that I use the same set of settings for my next video, I can just give it here as a name, let's say test profile one, and I'll be able to notice that the next time I start creating a new video, it will have the same devices that have I chose the last time. So you will be able to see it here with the help of this one. Once you have done everything, once you have selected everything, you can just go ahead and click on the start button right here. Once you do that, you'll notice that for now it's not showing, it's not going to show you, but you'll receive a place where you'll be able to see that it has started the video. It will be a countdown from 3 to 1, and the video starts recording now. The next thing I wanted to show you is in regards to a few different options that we provide you. So let's say if in case you have already created a video that you would like to upload, you do get an option to do that with the help of this upload media tab, where you can upload a video, an audio, and even documents. So for example, if in case you want to upload any PPT, any sort of PDFs, you do get an option to do that. And let's say if in case you want to add something from maybe YouTube or Vimeo, or if there's a web link, you want to add it to your YuJa media library, you do get an option to do that as well. Or anything that you might create using a 360-degree camera, maybe a VR, if in case you'd like to upload any sort of videos for that, we do support that as well. Then in more actions tab, you can select, and if you want to publish it, you do get an option to do that from here, where you can just go ahead and publish everything in your video tube, or if in case you want to share it with someone, you do get an option to do that with the help of this. But any questions in the media library page? Anything that I can visit again or show you?
We had a question in the chat. Deb, I think you were muted. Um,
Okay.
Asking about the maximum length or size of the recordings created through YuJa.
There shouldn't be any length associated with it, so you need not to worry about the length. If in case you're recording maybe a very long video, you can definitely do that with the help of it. So it should be good. It should be okay. So once you're done with that, and maybe you want to look for the captions that you want to make sure that you have added to your videos, we do give you an option to check that as well. Once you have uploaded your media, everything looks good. You'll notice that if you hover on the screen, it does give you that option to edit, to play, to share, to publish. The first thing what I'll show you is like if you click on the more option of the video, it will show something like this, where you'll see the media details and a few other things that are available to you in order for you to edit the video. Now, once you've added a description, you can add it you can add some tags as well that better explains about the video in short. If in case you want to add any sort of resources, you can also do that. You can just upload a document here as well. Once you're done, you also get an option to choose or upload any sort of new thumbnails that you'd like. So anything that you don't like from the ones that we have decided for you, you can also upload a custom thumbnail for your videos as well. Then if let's say you want to share this video with someone, so if you want to share the direct link from the YuJa video media library to somebody else in your organization, you can always come to the more options tab in your video, and you can just directly click on links. Click on this where it says direct link to copy, and you'll be able to share it with other people that you like. Then again, you do get an option to download your media as well, if in case you would like to have a separate file. So let's say if in case you want to just download the audio that you have recorded, you can do that. Or if in case you want to just download the whole file, like the file as a whole with the audio and the video, you can also choose that option as well. Then any comments. So let's say if in case you have made your video live on your Moodle instance, or even if it's for your YuJa Media Library, if it's a live video, like it has been published or if it has been embedded, you will be able to see this option where you can check the comments that people have added or the users have added to your video. Right beside to that, you do get an option to see whom you would like to comment on that video. So you do get an option to choose those people that can comment on your video. If you want to keep it limited to a certain set of people, you do get an option to do that from here. Again, who can view your comments, you do get an option to check that as well. In the analytics, you basically get an idea as to how your video is performing. So let's say if in case you want to check the number of views that you got till now, maybe the duration that people are watching, or the size of the video, anything that is related to the video in terms of engagement analytics, you can refer to this particular option right here for analytics, and you'll be able to see the information regarding that. Then we have our most interesting feature of video quizzes, where you do get an option to add a quiz in your video. And I'll show you how you can do that. But let's say if in case you have questions ready for your video, you can also just add them there. You can just simply click on where you see the create option for your quizzes. Once you do that, it takes you to this particular page where you'll see there will be a few options right here. Now, first, you'll have to make sure that you give your quiz a title. So I'm gonna give it title as in like test one. And I'm just going to play this video from the beginning. Sorry about that, but it should be now good. Okay. Once you have given your quiz a title, you can then go ahead and click on the add question option. Now, once you click on that, we do give you a few different options to choose from. So let's say if in case you want to add a multiple choice, maybe a true or false or a short answer, you can select these options that are available to you. Let's say for me, I'm just gonna go with the multiple choice option right here. Let's say any question that you add, so test question one, and then any answers that you have ready. So this is the right answer, and I'll add three options just because it's an MCQ. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select this is the right answer. So once you have added the question, once you have added your answers, make sure that you choose the right answer. Plus, we do give you an option to also select the points that the person will be rewarded with once they have answered the right question. You can select any points that you think is the best for that particular question. But let's say if in case you don't really want to go with multiple choice, you can also change it right here where it says the type of the question. So you do get an option to change it at a later point type of time as well. Once you think that everything looks good, you can move on to the next question. You can then see that it has added that as a question. Now, if you want to make sure that where you want to add it, you do get an option to check that as well. For now, it has been added in the very beginning of the video, so I'll change it to maybe 3 seconds. That looks a bit better. And at my 3 seconds mark, I'll notice that I will be receiving a question from my quiz, and I'll show you a preview of that as well. But I'll just add a couple of questions to show you how it will look like on your end. Once you have added the second question, I'm choosing the true or false now, and I'm going to select the answer to true. You can just go ahead and click on the add option, and you'll see that in your question list, once you start adding a lot of questions, you'll be start seeing it right here. Once you feel that you've added all the questions that you needed, you can just simply go ahead and select where how it will look like. So you can just simply click on the preview option. Once you click on preview, it will show you something like this where it will show in the right side of the video that there's going to be a quiz coming up soon for your video that you're watching. You can just simply click on the play option, and I'll try to just mute the video. But what you'll notice is that once I was done with the 3 seconds mark, it showed me that particular question that was up. I'll try to replay the video since it was at 4 second mark. Didn't show up. Let me try to do it again. So the first question right now is just because it's at 1 second mark, it didn't show up, but you'll be able to see all the questions that you have added in the video, and it will show the user that the second question is coming up. You need to answer this question right now so that you can move on to the next question. So once I click on that, I click on submit answer, you'll get an idea that the second question will appear at the 7 seconds mark, and you will receive the question just like this. And I can select the answer, and once you are done with all the questions, it will show that all the questions are now complete, and you can now just continue watching the video, or you can submit your answers once you're done. Do we have any questions here in for our quizzes option right here? How to add any questions, how to edit, anything of that sorts.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know if quizzes that are built into these videos can somehow translate to into a Moodle gradebook, or if there's a way, if there is a connection like that, or if it's something that has to be done manually?
So for gradebooks, it's basically the thing that can happen. So anything that you have added as a quiz here in YuJa Lumina, you will be able to see that you can sync the gradebook with your gradebook in Moodle as well. So I'll show you with our gradebook, and you'll see that option where once you have added it, you get an option basically to just sync the gradebook from your Lumina video instance to your Moodle as well. So yes, they do get synced. If in case there are any issues, you can always reach out to the support for them, and they will be able to look into as to why you're having issues. But yes, they do get synced, and it should be good from there. Once you're done, we do give you a few different options to choose from in terms of settings. So let's say if in case you have created the quiz, but now you want to make sure that according to the quiz, I don't really want the students or the users to just go ahead and fast forward the video. I want them to watch the whole thing. You can disable the fast forwarding option. You can also disable the resubmitting questions option where they won't be allowed to resubmit it once they have submitted the answer. So you do get a few different settings that you can choose from for your quizzes, plus anything that is required in terms of the whole video. Let's say if you watch 90% of the video, then only you will be awarded a few credits based on that. So you do get an option to basically have the setting enabled for the video playback credit, which is basically for awarding those credit based on how much in terms of the length you have watched the video. I think I see a question in the chat. Can some questions be mandatory and some be optional in a video? Now, it totally depends. So, for example, if I go back, let me try to set it up. So you can just, if in case you want to make them optional, you can just mark them as 0, and you can just let them answer the questions in a way where they won't be marked for those questions, but you will still have an answer to them. So you can just leave it as like this as well. Maybe one question might have 2 credits and one question might have nothing. So you can also set up in that way. Can they skip a question? Yes, they should have an option to skip it. So if I go back to my preview, I can just go ahead and click on play from. beginning, and you can skip that question as well. So you do get an option to skip for now. You can click on that and it will show you the next question coming up at so and so mark that you've added it. Again, if you don't want to answer this question as well, you can just go ahead and skip it as well. But they will get an sort of a notice where they'll notice that they have not answered a few questions, and please ensure that you have answered all the questions before you submit the video or if you submit the quiz. But yeah, you do get an option to skip it. No worries. Once you're done, we'll go back to the preview option. Oh, sorry. I again clicked on. Okay. And again, you have a few different options. You can just go ahead and for the gradebook options that you asked for, Deb, you do get you do get a few things you can do. Let's say if in case you want to record all the attempts, you can do that. If in case you allow your students to just reattempt any quizzes, you can record their particular score for your gradebook on your Moodle instance. You do get an option to do that. And again, you can uncheck this and select the number of times you would like them to attempt a particular video. So, video quiz. Again, you do get a few different options to choose from. You can customize it according to what you feel would be the best. And if in case you want to add any sort of introductory message here, you can also add any maybe a note, a simple maybe a notice where you just want to notify them that there will be a quiz. But this is how you can set up. And once you set up, you'll notice that once they have provided all the answers, once the gradebook is synced, you'll receive that notification in your Moodle as well that you have got those grades in coming in for the video quizzes. Any more questions here in the quiz part that I can re-explain maybe?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So say we're wanting this video with the quiz to be put on Noodle. How would we go about doing that? Is there a link that we just share, or is that within the plugin?
So if in case you're trying to look to add the video quiz,
Yeah, so just like to share that, like say we want our students to access this video quiz,
yeah,
how do we get them to be able to access that?
yes, definitely. I'll show you that as well. So once you're done with the video, once you have created the video quiz, it looks good to you, you can just click on the save option. But if in case you want to make any sorts of edits, you can just keep it saved and make the changes. And then once everything is final, you can go ahead and post it. Once you click on the post option, it will publish that particular quiz to your video. And for now, I'm just going to skip this because I already have a few quizzes in place. But you can just click on post and it will publish it to the video that you were creating the quiz for. Once you're done with that, you can go back. I think went back a bit too much, but yeah. But once you're done, let's say if in case you want to add it to your course, to any of the courses that you have, you just need to make sure that the edit mode option is turned on to embed any YuJa video or YuJa video quiz. So once you click on the add an activity, you go to all, you'll see this YuJa media chooser option. And under this area where you see activity description, you'll see this small arrow, downward arrow. If you click on that, you'll get this option right here, the YuJa media chooser. Once you click on that, it does give you all the videos that you have on your side available. You can just go ahead and select the video that you would like to embed. Now, if it's a quiz, if you remember the video that you added the quiz for, you can simply search the media right here, select the video that you would like to upload, insert the content, and you'll see that it will give you this particular option. Any questions here on how to embed it?
I think just a quick note for
Yeah.
our users right now. When we upgraded the last time in Moodle, we lost that little YuJa button inside of our toolbar, but we will be I think that will be back again when we do our new upgrade in July, just so that the people on the call understand that. But I think that you can also get to this choice from a different spot. So it's not that you can't do it, it's just a different pathway.
Oh, thanks for that note. And yeah, once you're done, you can just go ahead and save and click on the save and return to course, and you'll notice that this particular video will be added as a new quiz, or if it's just a video that you've embedded to your Moodle instance, it should be good to go from there. All right. Yeah, for sure we are having issues today. All right. So once we are done, we'll see that it will be embedded to your Moodle instance. And once your students, they answer the questions, everything looks good, you can just directly go and check for that particular video quiz right there as well. So let's say if in case you go to the more option for the quiz that you have added or the video that you have added, you'll notice this option right here, and you'll be able to see if they have provided any sort of answers or questions. Again, you can simply click on the quiz that you would like to check it for. So if you want to look for this particular quiz in terms of the grade book, you can simply click on this more actions tab. Now again, I just went there by clicking on more on. Once I hover on the video, you can click on the more option, go to the quizzes tab, click on this more actions tab, and you will see a few different options. If in case you want to make any sorts of edits to the quizzes, if you want to just go ahead and delete it, manage it in some way, or if in case you want to check the activity logs. Once you click on the gradebook, it takes you directly to the usage and analytics page in your YuJa Lumina video platform. So you can simply go ahead and select the course that you're teaching. So for example, for me, it is my accounting and finance. I can look for the quiz that I have added. And let's see if in case, yeah, all right. So you will be able to see the quiz according to the quiz name. Now you want to make sure that you do know the quiz that you're looking for. Again, if you want to sync the gradebook on your end, you can also go ahead and select this manual sync from here, just in case if you don't see them syncing in your Moodle instance. But you can also go ahead and click on these options right here. But again, once you want to check how the student has scored, you can just simply come here to the usage and analytics part, and it's going to be here. To go there, it's going to be here listed in the waffle option right here. So once you click on the waffle option in the top right corner, you'll see the usage and analytics. You can simply go to gradebook from here. Select the course that you were looking for. And as I said, it was accounting and finance for me. I can select whatever quiz it was. I can just click on the get result option right here. Then I can just go ahead and check how many things were answered in a way, like how many questions were answered. Now I can see that it was just barely anything where just it was just a one question. I can see that it was answered correctly. And if in case, let's say you don't think that YuJa has provided the right percentage, simply go ahead and click on the edit percentage option, and you'll see that you will have the option to edit it right there as well. If in case you would also like to see a participant breakdown, so let's say if a lot of users they participated in the quiz and you want to make sure that you also have a look at the breakdown as to how they were able to answer those questions, you can also go ahead and check it in the participant breakdown option as well. We do give you a table option to just basically get easier way to know how everybody has performed. And then we give you some sort of a breakdown on the question as well, where you can also look if they answered a particular question correctly, how many people have answered it, how many responded for that particular question. So you can also get some sort of in terms of knowledge, like how people are performing for that particular question or that course. But this is how you can look for the grade book and the grades that you have received for your video quizzes. Any questions here in this grade book option? Uh, Okay, now I just wanted to quickly show one more thing where I wanted to show you how you can check the captions of the videos. Videos are usually auto captioned once you upload those videos on your end. These videos they get auto captioned once you upload them or once you create them using the software capture or the browser captures. They'll receive those caption automatically. But let's say if in case you want to edit them or if you want to make any sort of changes to them, you do get an option to do it. All you need to do is just click on the more options tab right here. You'll notice that in this particular area, you'll also have an option for accessibility for your video. Here, you'll see the captions tab where you'll find an option to upload a file that you have created on your end. So let's say if you have already created any sort of captions for the video, you do get an option to upload it from here as well. If you click on the captions tab, you can also select the language, you can upload the file, and it should be good to go from there. But let's say if in case you want to make any changes in the captions that you already have, there are a couple of ways that you can edit them. First, it's from here from the accessibility tab where you'll see this option. You can simply download this file from here, make the changes that you want to make out somewhere in a different software. Once you're done, you can again just upload it using this option from the captions, select the language that you are uploading it in, and it should be good to go from there. But let's say if in case you want to edit the quizzes, edit the captions in the video itself on the user media page, you do have another option. It basically saves some time there. So you can simply click on this edit option right here, which opens up the video editor. Now you do get an option to edit the videos as well by using our in-house video editor option that we have available for you. We do give you a few different options, but just for captions, you can also select this option right here in the video editor, and it opens up the captions that is available for that particular video. Now, this basically saves time. If in case you don't want to download the file, edit it, upload it back again, check the timestamps and everything, it can be a bit difficult. It can be a bit difficult to manage all of that. But if in case you want to look into the video itself, you can also come here to edit the captions directly from the video editor. You can simply go ahead and select whatever you want to add, whatever you want to customize it. You can directly just go to that particular caption at that mark. If you don't want to edit it from here, you can edit from here as well. You can simply just click on the caption here and you will be able to make the changes. So for example, if I want to add dots, I can simply basically do that from the comment itself or the caption itself. Any questions in the captions part here? All right. One thing I wanted to show you more your video, if in case, let's say you want to add any sort of audio descriptions, you do get an option to do that as well. You can do the chaptering where you can just edit the chapters on your own. You can add any audio tracks, but this is just available with the audio tracking, that option we have for now. But this might not be available for you, but you can simply go ahead and add those manual chapters. If in case you're trying to add the audio description, we do give an option to just upload the file from here. If you have already created it, you can simply just upload the file and you will be able to save it for the video that you have in terms of the accessibility. I think I have a question here in the chat. Do I need to save the changes in captions, or is it autosave? Yes, we will need to click on the save option once you have made the changes. So if I go back, let's say if in case you are doing the changes using the video editor, you will have to make sure that you click on the save option right here. Once the changes are made, you'll click on the save, and if you want to save it as a new video, just make sure that you also click on the save as new video option so that you can compare between two different videos at a later point of time. But if in case you think everything looks good and you would just go ahead and just replace the same video, you can also choose this option. But it's always good to have a blanket version of the file. But yeah, you'll have to click on save. It is not auto-saved, but you'll have to click on the saved option. In the same way, we do give you a few different options to choose from here in our video editor. Apart from the captions, you can also add chapters to the video. Here, you do get an option to add it manually, as I was telling you before. You can simply select where you want to add that particular chapter. Now, indexing really helps with a very long video. If you are explaining a lot of things, you do get an option to just simply add those chapters. And once you have added them, you'll see that students or users, they can simply click on that particular part and they will be taken to that particular part of the video from there. The index option is also available, so if in case you want to create any sort of segments in the video, you can also add from here. And let's say if in case you want to add any sort of text overlay in your video, then you can also do that as an option where you can simply just go ahead and add any sort of notice or anything that you basically want to add in terms of an announcement or notes. You can do that from here. You can also upload any slides. So for example, if in case you were doing a video using your PPTs, you can upload slides just in case if you have used the wrong one or maybe the video is not showing the correct one. You can also upload a slide in there as well. Let's say if in case you want to add any videos in maybe top in the beginning or the end of the video, you can also select the media that is already available in your media library, or you can upload any videos for your video as well. You can also simply add an overlay for watermarks. So if in case you would like to show a logo, you can definitely choose that particular option as well. If there's any personal information that is appearing on the video and you want to add a blur, you can definitely do that with the help of this option. Then let's say if something is wrong with the background, you might just want to add a virtual background to the video. You can simply go ahead and upload a picture from here with the background option. Let's say if in case there are any issues with the audio, just in case if the audio is not that loud in a particular part of the video and you want to make sure that it is picked up in the video, you can also use this option to enhance it from here. Once everything looks good, just again click on the save option. You'll get a few options here where you can save it as a new video, or if in case you would like to replace the existing video. And it should be good to go. But any questions in video editor or the captions or how to. Now, I wanted to show you one more thing where if in case you have any questions, you can also reach out to our support. Our support is available 24/7, 365 days. So even if in case you're working on the 1st of January, will be available for you to help you with that. Hopefully you won't, but if in case you need, or if your student needs any assistance with any of the questions that they might have, they can also reach out to the support where we are available through live chat. You can send us an email to support@yuja.com, or to me, my email address is kanaki.sharma@yuja.com. If in case you require any sort of product documentation, you do get an option to also visit that. Basically, a few self-help articles that you can use in order to get some help. And then you can also give us a call if there are any questions that needs to be answered immediately. You can also refer to this option. Just please make sure that once you call us, you provide us this access code that you see right here. This gets changed on a daily basis. So you might want to provide the most latest one that you see on your end to make so that we can make sure that you are calling from the right. I mean, like, so that we can just basically verify you. But yeah, just make sure that you provide this access code to our support agents. Any questions, anything that I can revisit or I can maybe try to explain? Anything, any questions right here? All right. But yeah, that was it from my end. This has been recorded, so I'm pretty sure if in case you still have any questions, you can always go back and refer to that section. If in case you have any questions, you can reach out to me too, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank
Thank you.
you so much, Kanagi. This was fantastic. I may reach out to you and see if you'd be available for like an advanced academy, like on some of those video editing tools. But this was fantastic, and hopefully people learned some things. We appreciate your time. We appreciate everybody's time who came on the call. And we did record this, and it will show up in our website. For people to review later on as well. So thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in today. And I genuinely enjoyed our session. Just in case, as I said, if you have questions, please, please, please reach out to us or reach out to the support or to me. I will be happy to answer those questions. And again, thank you so much for your time. And I really hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day and the week ahead. But thank you again for your time. Take
Thanks,
care.
everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye, guys.